It's hard to believe 14 springs have passed since I first held answered prayer. With the weight of a world resting in palms, I promised her that Daddy would always be present, protector, and provider. And though sign language was never taught, the way she wrapped fingers barely big enough to bend around mine, she communicated that I was safe space. And as she grew, when the world was hurricane and friendships like earthquakes, she knew Daddy was refuge. I remember her third birthday party when my wife and I got a clown, not knowing my precious princess was terrified of men in masks, and she barricaded her face in my chest till I had him escorted from the property. She called me her knight in shining armor. There were nights we would sit under stars. I would listen as she would share everything. Like, I don't know who loved to hear her voice more, me or her. She would tell of her dreams, her fears, late night conversations with American Girl dolls, the bad word Mommy said to the man in the carpool lane. She was open book, allowed me to read her heart and write on pages where questions were many. Together, with God, we were scripting a story saturated with grace, trust, and giggles. Man, my daughter made me believe that joy was the color of her eyes. It was painted on her pupils every time I caught her gaze. But something changed. Those beautiful bright eyes became caves of solitude I hadn't explored in months. I can't recall the last time her crescent smile eclipsed that cinnamon-shaded melanin of hers, or the last time Daddy's little girl sat under stars and let her night dispel the darkness of fear and doubt. It's like I know she is harboring secrets heavier than her frame was built to bear, but the last time I tried to be the page she could write her worries on, whether with words or tears, her tongue twisted my concern for her to parental trespass. It tattered our trust, so I stepped back, prayed for grace, braced for storms our home had never seen. Yet and still, and our hearts were unsuspecting towns totaled by tornado news that our 14-year-old daughter is expecting. But she is just that, our daughter. So we've done our best to express that there is no shame or disappointment smoldering in our hearts, yet I still feel there are words left unspoken. And it's more than high school and hormones. The language of her body speaks volumes. I just can't distinguish the dialect. Because these arms, they have always been sanctuary. But something has robbed them of their sanctity. My princess chooses to shiver in silence and take refuge in her father. How? Tell me, how do you hold precious porcelain when your hands are viewed as jagged edge? And I've crouched and listened as cries crept under her bedroom door. I've knocked and prayed and knocked, not certain if either will be answered. But I cannot give up. I refuse to allow these dark pages to define her story. Now imagine this father making room, asking questions as much as he can. And his daughter telling him that Daddy, this child that I'm carrying, is the product of rape. And not just by some stranger, but Daddy, by one of your friends, a dear friend of this family, as we say.